What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got news. We've got the official reveal of the second Lorcana set. We've got both starter decks, we've got booster pack and booster box artwork, we've got both playmats, we've got 13 new cards to be talking about. When I say this is big news or huge news, etc., I can't really exaggerate here. Because no matter how big I make out this news to be, it's probably a little bit bigger. Like, if you're interested even a little bit in Lorcana as a game, oh, this is the second biggest day that we've seen in terms of news. The biggest, of course, being the day they actually revealed the game in the first place. But since they revealed the game, this is the biggest update. Oh, I suppose you could count Enchanted cards. But now I'm calling it, this is bigger than Enchanted cards. It's set 2, and it's called Rise of the Floodborn. And just as a note on the name, two things before we get properly going here. Number one, they didn't call it the second chapter. It looked like they were going to, they didn't. This is a good move. People don't want to buy a set which is basically called Set 2, Set 3, Set 4, Set 5. That puts people off. Don't number your sets. Number set number 1, because then people are like, oh, this is the beginning, this is great. Don't number after Set 1. It's a bad idea, and every other card game that's done it has given up on doing it. It's not a good call. Shout out to Ravensburger for doing the sensible thing here. Secondly, Floodborn basically means characters. Within Lorcana, there is a real definition. It's basically characters reimagined, different from their movie counterparts. Like Wizard Winnie the Pooh. Yes, like Wizard Winnie the Pooh. We'll get to that more in a moment. Now, we do have, obviously, the booster pack and booster box artwork here, featuring Raya of Raya and the Last Dragon, the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Yes, obviously this does confirm that these properties will all be in there. Now, there have been various articles on various sites, like Polygon, like comicbook.com, like The Gamer, like IGN, and some of them have mentioned Zootopia. Polygon specifically shouts out Zootopia, which sounds amazing because I love it, and Pinocchio, and The Great Mouse Detective. I mean, we've not seen confirmation of those. That's only coming in the article. We've not seen any cards yet. So there are some others which are apparently coming. All I would say is, until we actually see it, and I love Zootopia, which is actually called Zootropolis. The US have the wrong name. It's Zootropolis. I want Zootropolis cards badly. I want an enchanted rare of Judy or Nick, preferably both. But let's just hang off until we actually get confirmation. Now, the playmats have been revealed as featuring Winnie the Pooh and the Beast. You'll notice Winnie the Pooh is the same as the artwork I showed you a moment ago for Wizard Winnie the Pooh. And both of these are, you know, the Beast we haven't seen, but that's clearly going to be artwork from a card. It was for set 1. It is for Winnie the Pooh. It will be for the Beast. We have 2 starter decks coming. Now, one of them is going to be focused around Amber and Sapphire with the Queen. Yeah, it's not apparently the Wicked Queen or the Evil Queen. It's just the Queen. We'll get there in a minute. And Gaston. And the other one is going to feature Merlin and Tiana, and it's going to be built around Amethyst and Steel. Yes, that does mean that 2 inks are being left out, but we kind of knew that had to be the case anyway. These seem to be very, very much like we saw last time. Simple as. And it does actually say on the side, including 2 foils, so yay, it includes foils. Worth noting, it doesn't say that it includes a booster pack on the front, but they didn't say that back in the first chapter, and they still had a booster pack in, so the presumption, until we get official word, is still very much that they do have a booster pack in. That's what the listing we saw the other day showed us, but remember that was not an official listing from Ravensburger, it was a shop listing, and until it's confirmed by Ravensburger/Disney, it's not actually official. That is very, very important. So that's what we've got in terms of the products here, but we've got a bunch of new cards to have a look at as well. And look, there are 13 cards to look at, so we are going to have to go a bit quicker than I'd like. But hey, 13 new Lorcana cards. Let's get excited. I first saw these on IGN.com, but most, if not all of these cards also show up on Polygon.com, comicbook.com, and thegamer.com. So shout out to all of those places for getting these reveals and just, you know, things being good. And actually, since I started recording, I've found more images. These can be seen on IGN.com, they can be seen on thegamer.com. Does seem like the same images have been shown in several different places, which incidentally is pretty standard for something like this. We can see that there is an Illumineer's Trove. We don't have any extra information about this, incidentally. It just shows the free characters from the booster pack / booster box. That's it. But hey, it's there. And it's real. We can also see the sleeves in these boxes. They do feature Sisu and Mulan, as we were told to expect from these listings the other day. We've got deck boxes featuring Sisu and Mulan, just like we were led to believe the other day. Here is a lovely composite image of all of the accessories, and then here's one with the playmats actually spread out. So yeah, go team, ladies and gentlemen. Go team. Man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about in this video. Okay, now we've got 13 new cards that we can have a little bit of a look at. And like I say, we're going to have to go faster than I generally like, because oh my word, there's so much. So, let's go in alphabetical order, that seems fair. We've got a legendary Bell Hidden Archer. I loved Bell back in the first set. 5 cost. Free strength, free willpower. You get free lore when you quest, which is good. It's got shift free, so you can pay free to play it on top of another bell. And whenever this character is challenged, the challenging character's player discards all cards in their hand. This card is phenomenal. Apparently, I've got a thing for Bell in Lorcana, because my favorite card in the first chapter was Bell. This looks amazing as well. You're questing for free. And if your opponent tries to stop you, they basically have to give up every card in their hand. That's nuts. We've got Dinner Bell, which is a 4-cost item. A ruby item, I should say. Bell actually came along this time around in Emerald. And what we've got here is tap it, pay 2, draw cards equal to the damage on a chosen character of yours, and then banish them. So basically, if there's a character of yours that's got a bunch of damage and you're worried that it's going to be going away sometime soon, just get rid of it and draw a bunch of cards. Okay, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That doesn't sound too bad. We've got Raya, yes, probably the one from the starter deck here. And what we've got here is a 4-cost, 5-strength, free willpower. And it's a vanilla card that quests for 1. It's fine. It's all right. Oh, apparently we weren't going in alphabetical order. Sorry, we are now. Let's have a look at Cinderella. And I love how they've just reimagined these characters. I think it's brilliant. We've got a 7-cost steel character, 5 strength, 5 willpower, quest for free, shift 5, and a new keyword skill, resist. This is a brand new keyword we've never seen before. This means that damage dealt to this character is reduced by 2. That is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. That's a very big deal. This is a very big beefy character that quests for free. That could be a problem. Elsa, gloves off. Now look, Elsa is in set 2, even though Elsa was featured very prominently in set 1, including having an enchanted rare. It's Elsa. Frozen is maybe the biggest Disney property around. You better believe Elsa's going to be in every set for a while. We've got a 4-cost, free strength, 4 willpower, and challenger plus 3. While challenging, you get plus 3 strength. Oh, and quest for 1 here. We've got Gaston, yes, from the starter deck. I imagine it's clearly the same art. 6 cost, but you can't ink it. 4 strength, 4 willpower, shift 4, quests for free, and developed brain. When you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 in your hand and the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. That is really good draw power. I mean, it's not really good draw power, it's kind of terrible. But for Lorcana, that's pretty good draw power. For some games, that would be absolute garbage. So, yeah, you've got draw and you're questing for free and you're pretty beefy. I can get on board with this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we've got the song Zero to Hero, which is clearly out of order because I called the file Hercules when I saved it. Whoopsie daisy. And this confirms Hercules in the set, which makes me very happy. And it's a 2-cost song. Count the number of characters you have in play. You pay that amount of ink less for the next character you play this turn. So use a character to sing 0 to hero for free, and then use 0 to hero to play a character for free or significantly cheaper. Sounds good to me. We've got Merlin, who also features prominently in one of the starter decks. 4 cost, 1 strength, 5 willpower. It's Merlin, that kind of makes sense. You quest for 1, and whenever one of your other characters is returned to your hand from play, this character gets +1 lore per questing this turn. So hopefully there's some cards that will put your own characters to your hand, or your opponent's trying to do it. Again, this is one of those characters we really need to see the rest of the set to see quite how good it could be, but there's clearly some potential combos here. We've got Mickey Mouse, Friendly Face. This is a 6 cost, 1 strength, 6 willpower. Mickey ain't much for fighting. Quest for free, and whenever this character quests, you pay 3 less ink for the next character you play this turn. Love it. Okay, fine, Mickey's got like naffle strength. Oh, it's an amber card. I keep forgetting to tell you what ink they are. You can see what ink they are. You got naffle strength here from Mickey Mouse, right? However, who's challenging with Mickey? You're questing for get 3 pieces of lore, and then you're also saving 3 ink on the next character you play this turn. That, ladies and gentlemen, is potentially ridiculous. It's a super rare. You can see why. Now we've got the Queen from the starter deck, which I have a bit of a problem with this name. She's not the Queen. She's a Wicked Queen or the Evil Queen, or she's not just the Queen. Come on. 5 cost, 4 strength, 3 willpower, shift 2, quest for 2, and whenever this character quests, the chosen opposing character gets -4 strength this turn, and a chosen character gets +4 strength this turn. Now this is another super rare, it's another amber card, and you can kind of see where they're going with this. The point of the Queen is, when you quest, you basically nerf one of your opponent's characters, while buffing one of your characters, setting yourself up for a very, very good, successful challenge, maybe even 2. Like, if you can buff one of yours enough and one of your opponents down enough, that can set up 2 successful challenges while you quest. Yeah, that's really good, ladies and gentlemen. That's very, very good. We've got the Sorcerer's Spellbook. It is an Amethyst card. It's a 3 cost, tap it, pay 1, gain a lore. Yeah, it's an item card that gives you lore. That is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. And look, with the mechanic of Lorcana, with the win condition being that you gain lore to win, it was inevitable we were going to start seeing things like this, basically give you bonus ways to get lore outside of questing. This is a kind of card that people are going to get very, 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 very excited about, because yeah, this is good. If we see more cards like this, expect to see some decent item removal as well, just to keep the game balanced. We've got Tiana, which will make my daughter happy. 4 cost, 1 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 2, resist +2. You'll notice that's the second character we've seen with resist. It is the second steel character we've seen with resist. The other one was Cinderella. Probably not a coincidence, this seems like a keyword very well suited to Steel, and one that Steel are going to use. Oh yeah, and while this character is exerted and you have no cards in hand, your opponent can't play any actions. Now this is going to be a weird one, and again, it really depends what other cards we've got in the set to try and balance with this, try and make it work. But the idea that you could potentially have a big beefy board set up of characters with resist that your opponent is struggling to deal with, and you then empty your hand and your opponent just can't play actions? Yeah, that could be fun. And then finally, Winnie the Pooh, Honey Wizard. In terms of design and artwork and character design, oh my word, I'm in love with Winnie the Pooh, Honey Wizard. I kind of want this playmat. This playmat's going to be... I told you if the Winnie the Pooh playmat was good, I was going to want it. Oh, it's so much better than I imagined. I adore Winnie the Pooh, Honey Wizard. The card's meh. 5 cost, 5 strength, 5 willpower, quest for 2. It's fine, but I just love the design of this card. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. They've shown us both sets of sleeves, both playmats, both deck boxes, both starter decks, although obviously not the full deck list, that would be strange. They've shown us the front of the Illumineers Trove and 13 new cards, as well as the booster box and a bunch of other stuff. Oh, there's a lot to talk about in this, but we've gone through everything and now it's over to you guys. I'm pretty sure I've caught everything. I've been digging around for a while. I made this video a bit later than I really wanted to because I was really trying to make sure I'd found every card that had been revealed, every product, every piece of information you could want to know. I've tried to make sure we've got. So shout out to IGN and Polygon and Comic Book and The Gamer for sharing all this information. And yeah, now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this set. Tell me how excited you are. I am very excited. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Lorcana and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.